Life is not fair. The world does not care about your struggles. It doesn't care about your past, your excuses, or your failures. It only cares about one thing: will you survive? Will you fight for your future, or will you give up like everyone else? That's the brutal truth of life. And nobody understood this better than Seong Gi-hun, player 456. A man who had nothing, yet became the last one standing. Squid Game was not just a survival show. It was a reflection of real life. People struggling, desperate to change their circumstances, willing to risk everything for one last chance. But in the end, only one survived. And not because he was the strongest. Not because he was the smartest. But because he made the right choices when it mattered the most. The question is, what can we learn from him? How do you survive in a world where the odds are stacked against you? The first lesson: your past does not define you. When Gi-hun entered the Squid Game, he was a failure. He had lost his job. He was drowning in debt. He had disappointed his daughter, ruined his relationships, and had no future. In the real world, he was at rock bottom. But inside the game, none of that mattered. Nobody cared about his past mistakes. Only his actions in the present determined his future. And that is exactly how life works. Too many people stay stuck in the past, blaming their circumstances, blaming their failures, blaming their bad luck. But the truth is, your past doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you do next. The second lesson: kindness is not weakness. In a brutal game where people were willing to betray each other, Gi-hun did something different. He stayed human. He helped the old man, Il Nam. He protected Ali. He refused to play dirty just to win. And in the end, this wasn't his weakness, it was his greatest strength. Because kindness builds trust. And trust builds opportunities. In life, you will be tempted to take shortcuts, to step on others to get ahead, to think that selfishness will bring success. But the truth is, the strongest people are the ones who lift others up, not those who tear them down. Because success without humanity is empty. The third lesson: adapt or die. Every game in Squid Game had a rule: figure it out, or be eliminated. The strongest didn't always win. The smartest didn't always win. The ones who learned the fastest did. In the honeycomb game, those who adapted survived. In the tug-of-war game, teamwork beat raw strength. In the glass bridge game, observation and patience saved lives. Life is no different. The world is constantly changing. If you don't adapt, if you don't learn, if you don't improve, you will be left behind. The people who succeed are not the ones who complain about the rules, they are the ones who learn how to play the game better than anyone else. The fourth lesson: fear is inevitable, but courage is a choice. Gi-hun was scared. Every game was a life-or-death battle. He was surrounded by stronger, smarter, and more ruthless players. But fear didn't stop him. Even when his hands were shaking, even when he wanted to run, he kept moving forward. That's the truth about life. Fear will always be there. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of the unknown. But the people who succeed are not the ones without fear, they are the ones who take action despite it. Fear is an illusion. It only has power over you if you let it. The moment you decide to act anyway, fear loses its grip. The fifth lesson: your environment shapes your destiny. Look at the people in Squid Game. Most of them were not bad people. But when survival became their only goal, they turned on each other. They lied, they cheated, they killed. Why? Because their environment forced them to. The same happens in real life. If you surround yourself with negativity, with toxic people, with those who don't believe in you, you will become like them. But if you surround yourself with winners, with those who push you to grow, with those who inspire you, your life will change. Your environment matters more than you think. Choose it wisely. The sixth lesson: success is not about luck. Many people think Gi-hun was just lucky. That he just happened to survive while others fell. But luck is just an illusion. Success is always a combination of preparation, adaptation, and persistence. He observed. He learned. He made smart choices. And in the end, he was the last one standing. People look at the rich, the successful, the powerful, and they say, they were lucky. But they don't see the years of effort, the sacrifices, the failures they had to endure to get there. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. The question is, are you prepared? The seventh lesson, money alone cannot buy happiness. Gi-hun won. He got the money. He had everything he thought he wanted. But was he happy? No. Because money is not the goal, freedom is. Purpose is. Meaning is. Too many people chase money, thinking it will solve everything. But money without purpose is empty. The real question is, what are you working for? What is your purpose? What will you do once you succeed? If you don't have a reason beyond money, you will always feel empty. And finally, the most important lesson of all. Life is a game. Some are born with advantages. Some have to fight harder. But no matter where you start, you always have a choice. You can choose to complain, to blame, to stay where you are. Or you can choose to play the game smarter, to work harder, to never give up no matter how impossible it seems. Gi-hun did not win because he was the strongest. He won because he refused to give up. And that is the key to success in anything. Never stop moving forward. Never stop learning. Never stop fighting for the life you want. So, ask yourself, are you playing the game wisely? Are you making excuses, or are you taking action? Are you letting fear control you, or are you pushing forward despite it? Because in this game called life, only those who keep fighting, keep learning, and keep growing will make it to the end. If you're ready to take control of your life, type, "I will win," in the comments and start making the changes you need to succeed. Remember, success is not luck, it is a choice. And the choice is yours.